Yet again, 6 days ago, tribal leaders meeting. First of all, not all tribes were fucking represented there that I seen. Not all nations were represented there that I seen. For one. For two, again, you all wish to destroy your brothers because they're not going to uproot humans. They're going to uproot trees. They're going to destroy ecosystems, habitats, and everything else. The batteries that are there for the windmills and the solar panels, one of those batteries that they use just to produce it produces almost twice the amount of carbon alone in the air to produce it as a car does putting out gas in 3 weeks. Putting out carbon from gas in 3 weeks. Just one. You can make enough batteries to run 1.4 million Teslas for the batteries it's going to take to store the energy to run a town of 75,000 people. So imagine how much it's going to take to just run New York City or LA or any of them. Wow. Imagine the ecosystems. Imagine the loss of habitat. Then he claims that he's going to give power to you, more power to you. Last time that happened, it was under Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson gave the natives more power. And then when they used it, they killed the Native Americans. You're walking into a trap head over heels. I don't know how you all could be so ignorant to these facts, thinking this is going to be the best thing, when it's the worst thing for your brothers that you're supposed to be in charge of and taking care of, and you say you're going to be protecting even more. One of them batteries leaks. That's 200 acres of land for 2 years will be destroyed, and the water table will around in that area will be contaminated for years to come. Then we're talking about having to mine lithium, cobalt, lead, and so on for these batteries. So it's okay to leave the ecosystem alone here, but not anywhere else in the world. Wow. What you're doing here by supporting this green initiative is not helping anything. You're looking at a worse catastrophe yet to come. You should have looked at the science to this. Go down to Monticello, Florida, and see what one of them batteries, just one of them batteries, did down there. That leaked out. 200 acres of land. Couldn't grow nothing for 2 years. When it started growing back, it's all mutated and looking gross. The water table is still not fit to drink out of because of that one battery. One. So let's say we get a whole bunch of these things, let's say in Oklahoma. Not much trees to have to worry about. A lot of open land there in Oklahoma. There's a lot of tornadoes in Oklahoma, though. Takes one to hit one of those, and you're looking at a worse catastrophe than any oil spill that's ever happened on Earth. But are you even looking at that science? Mohicans or Menominee? Any of you all that were there? Have you looked at the science? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. It's J.H. Dungo Muskogee Oma Chita Figisigo. You all sit there and spoke out how this is a great thing. You spoke out of turn because you spoke about something you did not even do research about. You let that Democrat lead you around by the nose, just like the white government's been doing to y'all for years. Why did you even put a bigger nose ring in your nose for the government to do that? It makes no sense to me. You should have done the science. You should research the science and seen the implications of what could happen. And the economic, or not the economic, but the ecosystems that will be destroyed just to build them. The pollution that'll be put out in the air just to build them. The non-recyclables that go into them just to build them. It's mind-boggling that you would support this at any given time. It's mind-boggling. Oh, missing people. He said he's going to let you, going to help you with that. So you're going to allow white people onto your reservations to help you with your missing peoples when they're the people that are helping your people go missing, just like it's always been. Your people ain't the ones making them go missing. The whites are. Wow. And you're going to accept their handout when CPS is one of the biggest child trafficking agencies on earth. They say 72% of children are sexually abused in some manner once they go into CPS custody. Wow. You're sitting there opening yourself up to more Tahlequah Oklahomas. Stolen babies off the reservation, beat for what they do and what they say. Because I can tell you now, once the government puts a program in place and you start accepting that, proof is in the pudding. Your history has proven it time and time again. My history has proven it time and time again that you're opening yourself up for that yet again. And if you think that's what you want, I guarantee you that's not what my aunt wanted. I can guarantee you that's not what people who were stolen off the reservations in Florida till 1982 wanted. But yet, that's what you're opening yourself up to. Wow. The Democrats fought George W. Bush when he was trying to make things better for the natives by allowing them to go to school to be something other than a farmer or a game warden. They fought and fought and fought. The leader of the Democratic Party that started it, Andrew Jackson, the man that killed more Native Americans than any other man, one man on earth. Wow. Nathan Bedford Forrest, the man that founded the KKK, a Democrat, not a Republican, a Democrat. The man that Hitler patterned his actions against the Jews off of, Andrew Jackson. It's stated in Hitler's own memoirs. Was the leader of the Democratic Party. He founded it. And now you're going to throw your lot in with Democrats and expect them to keep their word when Andrew Jackson threw most of you all off your original reservations and moved you more. Wow. All I can say is wow. That you don't remember your history. That you don't remember what has happened to your people. You don't remember all of this. And you're throwing your lot in with something that has scientific proof to being the worst ecological disaster known to man. It has the potential to be. And you say you're protecting the environment. You're protecting your brothers. You're protecting your buried elders. So on and so forth. No, you aren't. Just saying. Matter of fact, you're dishonoring, in my opinion, you're dishonoring your elders that fought wars against these people, that turned their backs on them many times over. And now you're doing it again and giving yourself the opportunity to have it again. to happen again to your people. And I believe it's all because of you're going to get a little jingle, jingle, jingle in your pocket. Are we going back to the whiskey and bead days? Just trade it up for some change and some dollar bills. Is that what we did? Is that what you did? Because that's about the only reason why I could see why you would look past the ecological dangers and the dangers to your brothers. It's the only reason I could see you could look past it. Little jingle, jingle, jangle. You are not helping anything by supporting that. And you should look up the science behind it and the dangers that will come with it, that are inherent with it. All the way around, by looking at your history as well. History dictates natives have been screwed over and keep being screwed over and keep being screwed over. And it's always handed to them purty. Oh, yeah, we're going to give you this, or we're going to do that. And then it comes back and bites them in the ass. It's always done it. Always. History has proven so. You ain't going to get no different than what this man's giving you now. And you need to think about that. You need to think about that hard. When you sleep in your bed tonight, think about the dangers you just put your children, your grandchildren, your children's children's children in danger of. Because you decided to get a little jingle, jingle, jingle. Go back to the whiskey and bead days. Everything's flowery and purty. Basically, is what you did. I am amazed that the elders of any tribe would agree to this and think it's right. Maybe shutting down the Keystone Pipeline for things like that, possibly. But to back the Green Initiative, saying it's ecologically friendly, when everything shows it's not, you're wrong. The science shows it's not. Everything shows it's not ecological friendly. Because they're not going to uproot humans. As a matter of fact, they're bringing more humans in. So they ain't going to uproot humans. They're going to have to tear down ecosystems and ecology. The ecosystems. You want to destroy it? Well, when you destroy the ecosystem, what happens? The deer don't have no food. All wild animals have no food no more. You might poison them if one of them batteries leak. So on and so forth. You are not looking out for your brothers that you're supposed to be looking out for. You're not looking out for the ecosystems you say you're looking out for by throwing your lot behind that. I hope you Native Americans listen to that. Listen to what I have to say. Because I know firsthand and I've seen firsthand what them batteries can do. I know firsthand and I've seen firsthand the hundreds of birds underneath the windmills that have been killed by the windmills. So, the science has showed and people have seen where it also, the windmills mess up aquatic life. Imagine what would happen if that cobalt and that lithium got out in the ocean too, by the way. The land absorbs it. Imagine what it would do in the ocean where it has free reign to run. You think an oil spill's bad? You ain't containing that. Oil stays on top of the water at least, and you can contain it. That stuff gets about midways down and starts going every which way but loose. That's proven too. But you go and look up and research the science on this. You're asking for a worse ecological disaster than the world's ever seen. Thank you for putting the kids in danger, the kids' kids in danger, and the kids' kids' kids in danger by supporting this. Thank you for not even looking out for your kids, your future. Thank you. Thank you for not looking out for your brothers. Thank you. Just for a jingle, jingle, jingle.